Welcome to our Sakata vegetable production series. Today we're talking peppers. These peppers that a while back we already looked at them. We got them from small babies right up until here. If you're looking for that video, check the link on the screen, and then or on top or below, doesn't matter. One of these places you'll find it, and then you can look at that video from you on. Today we're looking at harvesting specifically. What are the intervals of harvesting? How long can I harvest this thing? And also just touching a little bit on the different trellising and how we got this thing looking so well. Lolo, how are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
No, good. Right, okay, so we're with the peppers today. So quickly tell me when I'm looking at peppers. So what I can see now today, what Johan explained to me last time, is the importance of trellising.
Yes.
So what I can see is that it keeps your peppers nice and in the air, but you told me that there's like two types of trellising. What should I look out for?
Yes. So this vertical type of trellising is referred to the Dutch type of trellising.
Yes.
So this is usually done inside protection like a shade net or a greenhouse tunnel. And the other type of trellising is the horizontal, where you put your twine in a horizontal manner.
Yes.
And that's the Spanish type of trellising.
That's almost like the grapes, a grapevine type of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's usually done in the open field.
Okay, and then what's the difference between the two? Is there a difference in terms of the fruit produced and so forth?
Yes. So usually when you do the Dutch trellising, you'd have a 2-stem.
Yes.
And instead of 3 or 4 stems, and because you've got less stems, your fruit tend to be bigger and blockier.
So it's like these ones. They're actually proper. Yeah, this one are beautiful. Okay, so and then it basically grows. So then when first of all, from the time that it's basically got that little flower there and how long is it until I get from flower to pepper?
To pepper. So from the moment it's pollinated to getting a physiologically mature pepper, you're looking at 40 to 45 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'll plant it, it will start flowering, and then I know, okay, right, about 40-45 days, then I can start my first harvest.
That's correct.
Okay, so and then when I'm looking at harvesting, when do I know that this thing is now right to actually harvest?
So you want to look at the color and how shiny it is. So the darker and shinier it is a good indicator that it's ready.
Yep.
When it's still not ready or it's still immature, it's got a pale green. Another thing is that you can just run your finger through the pepper. You'd feel that if it's got bumps or it's got wrinkles on it, it's still not ready. A mature pepper is smooth.
Okay, so it must be like me. It must
Yes. And be smooth.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, I'm with you. Okay, right. So, and then there's another question, because these things are actually yellow peppers. Okay.
Red.
Red. These ones.
Yes.
Okay, red.
Yes.
But you get the yellow ones as well, but they look exactly the same.
That's correct.
Okay, but how do they get now from green to red?
So all of them, they start from green and then either turn red or yellow.
Yes.
So that would take about 15 to 20 days for it to change.
Yes.
And the color change is dependent on the variety. So when you come to Sakata and you say you want a yellow pepper, we're going to give you a yellow pepper that's going to start off green and then turn yellow when fully mature.
Okay, so but what happens? How does this thing now does the fairies come in and they come at night and make it red, or what happens?
No. There is a hormone called ethylene that will change the color of the fruit.
Yes.
So, which I can actually add on to your question that you're asking me. If you harvest the fruit before it's fully changed in color, it's not going to change color.
So then it stays green.
It stays green. So it must at least be 50% yellow, 50% red, and then you can harvest it for it to
and then it will just keep going and become red.
And become red. But if you do that before, it's just going to remain green.
Okay, so but I think this is an important part. So must I then identify my market to say, does my market want red, green, yellow peppers? And then I know when to start harvesting, because most probably when I get into that cycle of harvesting the first one green, and I don't know what's the frequency of harvesting usually?
Once a week.
So like once a week, then I will just once a week harvest green peppers.
Yeah.
If I wait for it to become red, then once a week after that I will have red peppers that's ready for harvest. Am I correct?
That's correct. So 15 to 20 days later from physiologically green.
Okay, and so so that all I need is then I need to plant a red pepper and a yellow pepper, and then I can put in the robots.
Yeah, that's correct.
Then I've got the red, yellow, green.
That's correct.
Okay, so and then those I've got these small ones now, okay?
Yes.
And then there's bigger ones, and they're all at different stages on the same plant at the end of the day.
Yes.
So how long does this skiing thing keep going for?
This thing goes for long. As long as it's healthy, you can continue harvesting.
So it's important for me to keep this healthy. I need to look after it like it's my little baby.
Please, please, please. But 5 to 6 months is usually the length that you're looking at of harvesting under protection.
And then you will see I'm pretty sure you will see the leaf start to wilt a little bit, and then you know, okay, right, I'm getting to the end of my cycle.
Of your cycle, if fruit's getting too small or malformed, then you know you're getting to the end of your cycle.
But is that also then getting back to, I mean, these things are grown from rootstocks, and to make sure that you plant a proper plant at the end of the day, because you want to get the maximum amount of time before it starts going down.
Definitely. You really want to do that. And these are high value crops. So, you know, you're going to invest a lot in hybrids or good seeds. And you need to also invest in good chemicals and good management practices for you to get the best out of it.
Okay, and then let's get to the harvesting part. Okay, so how do I harvest it? Do I just now break it off here, cook, and there I go?
No, please don't. Pruning shears become very important here.
Yep.
So just as we discussed earlier with butternuts, if you just break it off, that's going to affect your shelf life if you break off that stem.
Because then the sap seeps out of that, almost like a wound.
Exactly.
It's almost bleeding out of there, and then it just the moisture goes out, and then it just goes.
It just goes, and diseases can enter there as well. So post-harvest diseases come in play as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, okay. So how do I then cut it?
So you want to come with your pruning shears?
Yep.
And then you want to just above the stem attachment there.
Yes.
Interesting, in other countries they would do it further up. It's just that our market does not like the long stem on it, which is unfortunate, because when you've got the stem attachment properly on, that, like we mentioned, will have your shelf life longer. So you'd cut that there, the stem attachment with your...
I've got it.
You've got it, and then you get there like that.
Right, okay. So now we've got pepper, and how long can this thing now, what is the shelf life on this?
The shelf life, 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, in cold storage.
And cold storage.
Yeah.
So I mustn't just now throw it in there, chuck it into a room and end of story.
Yes.
I think, and is it also very important to plan your harvest and exactly your market, how much fruit that you can shift at once, let's say once a week?
Definitely. As you mentioned earlier, for those who want to do robot peppers, automatically means you must do staggered planting. So you plant your first batch, and then you wait about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then your second, third, and fourth, so that you can harvest your green, your red, and yellow at synchronized or times that complement one another.
So then they're actually ready all at the same time. I mustn't harvest the green ones and then wait for the red ones.
Yeah.
Not gonna work.
Not gonna work.
Awesome. Lolo, thank you very much. I've learned 1 or 2 things about the peppers now. And yeah, listen, congratulations. The peppers looks very well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so peppers, now you know. This is part of our Sakata vegetable production series. Click the link on top or below, depending on where you're watching. Get in contact with Sakata, or leave us a comment below if you've got any questions. And you're looking for some cash flow, peppers. Till next time, cheers.